Hello and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor and our Ironman challenge. Now as you can see, WOLFBODE has appeared on the map and I am now engaging him in a battle. Now we are up against him in a 1 versus 1 situation. He outnumbers us by basically 3 to 1, but I think I am going to have the environmental advantage. As you can see right here, we are on a very nice hill indeed, but we do have a battle advantage of -5. So it might be a little bit problematic, but we'll see what we can do. So let's see if I can place all my units in a decent enough position so we can gain an even better advantage. Alright, so I think this seems pretty good. The only thing that I'm a bit worried about is the fact that my cavalry are on mounts. And because they are on mounts, they're not going to be exactly great when it comes to accuracy. And that is mainly due to the fact that they are going to be constantly moving around all the time to try and get a line of sight on the opponent as best they can. So I was thinking of dismounting them, but then I thought, well, maybe that's not the best idea because then we're going to have issues in general. So it might be an idea to just keep them on their mounts for the moment and just see if I can do some damage to the opponent's honor guards and things like that. Because you can see here that WOLFBODE's honor guards, they're the main reason why you got to be really, really wary of this guy. They're really powerful, but they are pretty easy to kill. The only problem is, yeah, this is the issue. I should have gone a little bit further up by the looks of things. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to retreat and we'll come back in and we'll see if we can get a better environment for us. I thought, that's going to be a fantastic environment, but no, this was actually much worse than I anticipated. This might be kind of good, but maybe what I need to do is get my cavalry out the front there and maybe get kind of like a horse wall going on. Don't really want to use the horse wall that much because I very much value my cavalry's mobility. The mobility is super good. So I'm going to just tell my people just to get off their mounts now, and then we can move them back, and maybe that's going to make a bit of a difference to our survivability, because we will be able to just pepper them with all kinds of crazy ammunition and projectiles and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So we should have a much better time of things this time around. Is that actually happening? I think so. It seems to be happening quite nicely, so I guess that's good. As you can see, they are getting stopped by the horses, which is to be expected, of course, but yeah, there's a lot of them, there's a lot of enemies rolling in here on their mounts, and it's a bit of a problem, it's a bit of a problem. Maybe what we can do is we can have a little bit of an advantage in the first round, and then maybe I'll retreat or something like that, and then go back in at a later point. But I'm hoping that WOLFBODE is still kind of going to be available, if you know what I mean, for killing. I think we haven't killed him yet, because there's so much WOLFBODE going on here. There's just WOLFBODE, because honor guards are being killed all the time. So it is a little bit difficult to see his name specifically. And we are going to have to be very careful. There we go. He's actually in the fight now. So what I'm going to do is we are going to retreat again, if I can. Someone's nearby to me. Okay, that was my bad. Did not realize that there was someone very close by, but that's fine. So as you can see right here, we lost 8 people, but that's fine because we killed 98, which is just insane. And WOLFBODE, he was not taken out, so that's really, really good. So we can just go in there again, and I think I'm going to do a similar thing this time, but I'm going to go backwards. This is not so good. This is not so good because, as you can see, we're at the absolute boundary of the map. I actually wanted to see if we could utilize this small hill here a little bit better, but don't think that's going to happen. Now, I have found Phineas, by the way, just to update you on what is currently going on outside of the battle. I found Phineas, and I swapped the Qualis gem that I had in my inventory for the companion booster, because of course I wanted Lethal Duran to gain more stats, and thankfully he gained more intelligence, and I put that into trainer skill, and so he's doing pretty nicely right now. And then hopefully what we'll also see going forward is more reliable results when it comes to him upgrading our proficiencies and various other stats and skills and so on and so forth. And hopefully that's going to make our CKO even better. So I've sent him off for 3 weeks. I'm actually going to tell my people to dismount once again, even though they're not even in the right positions at the moment. But we've kind of got to get them into the action here, you know. We've kind of got to get them going, because if they're not, then they're just going to be dying very, very easily from the opponent, and it's just not going to work. So hopefully that's going to be quite nice for us. I don't know how it's going to go, to be honest, because even though we seem to have eliminated quite a few of the enemy's units, we are still going to have the outnumbered problem, because of course they have many more units on the battlefield than we do, and that is going to make things uncomfortable, to say the least. But it's going okay, you know, it's going okay. The Bear Claw Berserkers, unfortunately, are going to be very, very difficult for us to deal with. They have very powerful weapons, and they will kill you. As you can see, look at how many people are actually dying right now. Maybe I actually want to retreat and see if I can... you know what? Yeah, we're going to retreat again. And that was not going so well, as you can see. We lost 32 in a very short span of time. So what we're going to have to do is something a little bit different. Wolfbow is still alive, thankfully. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to move upwards. And I think what we're going to try is we're going to try and bait him into... Yeah, look at that. All of his Wolfbow honor guards have been killed, which is absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to need to do is get into a much better position. So I'm hoping that we can maybe bait him into the mountains area, and hopefully that's going to help us out. Can he continue following me? Thank you very much. Okay, so this is my army at the moment as well. As you can see, it's not exactly great. I have 13 Iron Knights and 8 Iron Sergeants, and that is literally it. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of noble recruiting and see if I can induct a couple of Iron Knights into the Knighthood Order, and see how we do with that. Because I think I can get quite a few. You know, I think I can get quite a few. Anyway, let's move in here and see what this is like. Ooh, yes, I think this is much better. Okay, this is a much better layout for us, and hopefully we'll be pretty good to come over here. Let's get our archers there and our infantry out the front, even though I literally only have 6 infantry. It's kind of pointless, isn't it? Kind of pointless, but they do fulfill a pretty nice role. If I had more of them, then obviously it would be more effective, but oh well. Alright, so yeah, the main issue is that the enemy is going to come streaming in with a huge amount of cavalry units, and then their infantry are going to be kind of covered, if you know what I mean. They're going to be covered by those cavalry coming in, and it's going to be very difficult for us to eliminate those Bear Claw Berserkers. So I'm thinking that maybe what we want to do is tell our cavalry to charge in instead of just holding position, because they are going to swarm us eventually, and that's not going to be a very pretty sight, as we've seen in the previous round. We lost so many in such a quick span of time because of that. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I can actually pick off a couple of Bear Claw Berserkers myself. That might actually make more sense than anything else. Alright, so I've made my way back to White Stag Castle because I thought to myself, okay, what is the point in just limping along against WOLFBODE? Let's try and eliminate him so incredibly harshly that he will just give up his Qualis gem in the future for free. Yeah, that's never going to happen, but the point is that I've come back here and I've recruited 116 Pendor noblemen, and I'm going to be waiting here for some time to do our trainer skill. And while we're doing that, I thought to myself, okay, let's go and join the Nordagh tournament, because it is now that time once again. So let's see if we can achieve victory. 4 teams with 6 fighters each. I think we should be okay, because I have a sword and a shield right now, and I should be able to eliminate at least one. There we go. That's all I need. 4 teams with 3. Okay, let's see if I can get a nice headshot on this guy. Ah, no. Unlucky, unlucky. Maybe I can do a little bit of something here. There we go. And need one more kill. I don't know whether I can really get it from this range. Maybe we'll be able to. I mean, this guy's got no shield. He's on a mount. Yeah, maybe. Whoops. Eliminated one of my own. Yes, that's fantastic. Hello, Nordagh Ranger. Are you gonna... Oh, wow. Yeah, he's probably gonna help us, right? Yeah, there we go. All right. That's all I needed. 2 teams with 6 fighters each. I have a bow once again, This is not bad. If I can kill this, yep, there we go. And if I can maybe kill this now. Yes, yes, there we go. That's all I needed. All right, so 2 teams with 3 fighters each. I have a bow once again. This is problematic. Okay, the Twilight Knight's going to have to help me sometime, isn't he? He's really going to have to help me, because otherwise I'm just going to die. Whew, okay, there we go. Finally, yeah, there's no way that I'd be able to do that any other way from that. So there you go, 2 teams with 1 fighter each, and oh wow, okay, so I have a 2-handed, they have a 2-handed. It is probably going to be a victory for them, let's face it. I'm pretty bad with 2-handed. Oh, okay, never mind, okay. Yeah, my 2-handed weapon proficiency is not exactly the best, so that's the main reason for that. Anyway, final round. Oh, okay, I'm not entirely sure why they gave me a sword and a shield against a guy with a bow. That's not very good. That is not good for them whatsoever. There we go. Oh, Julia. Julia made it into the final round. She's actually got an insane amount of proficiency right now. That's crazy. Okay, so we have some armor pieces. Alright, so amusingly enough, WOLFBODE is now running away from us. He has about 560 or so units, and we have 319. Now, the main reason why he's running away from us is because all of my Pendor Knights have now been inducted into becoming my amazing Iron Knights. And you can see here, I basically have all of them in the battle. I have 89 of them, actually. So I have a total of 123 Iron Knights, and yeah, things are gonna go very well here. Yeah, by the way, I am now basically bankrupt in the amount of prestige that I have. I literally have, well, basically like 20 left or something like that, and I wasn't able to get every single one of my Pendor Knights leveled up, so I just put those into the garrison, and I just took the Iron Knights instead, because I don't want any of those Pendor Knights to die, of course. But yeah, as you can quite blatantly see, everything is going very, very nicely for us right now. Hopefully the Bear Claw Berserkers are not going to absolutely murder us, so I'm actually going to try and shoot a couple of those myself, because all of the warriors and shaman and, well, various other Mist Mountain mounted units are coming in, and bad things are going to happen if we allow these Bear Claw Berserkers to reach us, so I'm hopeful that my Iron Knights will be able to deal with them relatively easily. And bear in mind that these guys are not exactly amazing. I'm saying that the Iron Knights are not exactly amazing. Yeah, they're good, you know, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're not as good as, for example, the Nordagh or anything like that, because I haven't done the extended training just yet, because I'm waiting for Lethal Duran to basically just train them up as much as he can, and then we're going to go and we're going to pay money and some prestige, you know, once I have it at least, because I'm not entirely sure how often you get prestige, but as I say, I literally don't even have that much left, so it's going to be maybe a little bit of time before I can upgrade them in that way. Oh yeah, and I should also mention that I really don't have that much money left now as well, because obviously with training up the Pendor Knights, it takes a significant amount of cash to be able to level them up, even though it is much cheaper than most units in Pendor, because most units in Pendor are probably going to be about 120 for maximum level or something like that. They're going to be quite expensive, and to level up Pendor Knights from Pendor Squires is about 80, so that's not too bad, you know, it's not too bad. Some higher tier units, some very higher tier units are usually like 200, 240, something like that. So having such a strong unit literally be 80 in cash, that's really very affordable, and I'm very pleased about that. So as you can see, we've literally lost no one. We've literally lost no one, and That's just absolutely insane. That's what happens, you see. That's what happens when you actually have an army that is capable of defending itself instead of just a ragtag band of whatever, because that was actually what was ending up happening, unfortunately, because, of course, we started off with an army of, like, I don't know, 70 Iron Knights and, like, around 50 or 60 Iron Sergeants. And in general, that's going to basically be enough to pretty much kill any vassal, and maybe some unique spawns. Not most of them, but some. And yeah, from there, you're just going to have a great time. But as you fight and as you progress through multiple sieges, multiple large-scale battles, and so on and so forth, you're eventually going to end up losing a lot of those really, really good CKO units. And then when you lose them, well, what do? You replace them with rescued prisoners. And those rescued prisoners are always, unless you're gaining insanely good, I don't know, insanely good high-tier units from a variety of different sources, then you're never ever going to get an army that is the same combat strength as the one that you started off with. So, for example, you know, you're not going to start off with units that are on the same level as 70 Iron Knights, for example. And at the end, when we were having difficulties with WOLFBODE, you know, just earlier in the episode, we were having difficulties with him. We had, what, I don't know, just roughly about 10 Iron Knights and about 6 or 7 Iron Sergeants. So we literally have 10% of what we had beforehand. And you can imagine what that does to your combat strength. It's just going to absolutely destroy it in every single way. So that's why I decided, hey, I'm going to go and I'm just going to see what I can do about recruiting some more people. And yeah, it's not going too badly, as you can quite clearly see. Not bad at all. And well, WOLFBODE, I got to say, WOLFBODE is, in my opinion, the easiest unique spawn. I think that there's well, actually not the easiest, because Alaric von Bruhaha, or whatever his name is, that guy is definitely the easiest, of course, because, you know, he just has an army of peasants, and, you know, it's very easy for anyone to take him out with a decent enough army. But WOLFBODE is basically on the cusp of that. So he's kind of like a medium difficulty, you know, easy to medium difficulty, dependent on what your army is like. Because obviously in the previous, you know, I don't know, 20 or so episodes, we've killed, I don't even know, actually, it's probably not 20 or so episodes, but earlier in the series, we killed WOLFBODE so many times. It was just so easy for us to deal with WOLFBODE, because he literally just kind of kills himself, if you know what I mean. Because if you have a good amount of archers, a good amount of mounted archers, I guess. I mean, basically archers will defeat WOLFBODE in every single way. And if you can get them onto a hill that has an absolutely amazing environment, because as I said earlier in the episode, getting into a height advantage, getting an amazing height advantage is basically key to beating WOLFBODE. And you don't even need, you know, these units that I have right here. You don't need a CKO that is insanely powerful or anything like that. I'm not saying that mine is, just saying that mine is above average, I guess. But the point is that you don't need that to be able to beat him. It's just that I didn't have a good amount of high-tier archers. Like if you had I don't know, maybe if you had like 50 to 60 Ravenstone Rangers and a bunch of, I don't know, Rangers of Clarion Call, and maybe some Larian Sentinels, and then you pair those with, I don't know, some Dashar Ghazi Stalkers and so on and so forth. Just having some high-tier ranged units is going to be enough to be able to deal with WOLFBODE if you're in a good enough positioning, basically. That's the main thing that we've got to consider. But anyway, that's it. That is it. One enemy remains, and I'm actually wondering where they're going to go. Are they going to retreat, or are they going to get clobbered by a whole bunch of Doom Maces? It might very well be that they'll get clobbered. But the great thing about this is that we have an opportunity to gain another Qualis gem, which is going to be fantastic, because then I'll be able to go over to Phineas and see what I can do about, you know, getting another wonderful potion for our companions to advance themselves. That would be nice. Oh yeah. Also, a number of other things. Oh, okay. I'm a bit worried about this now. a bit worried about this. Not entirely sure if we're actually going to get him taken prisoner now because we have this second round, but oh well, never mind. Yeah, so other off-screen news. I took one of your advice and I made Donovan into a vassal. And he is a martial personality as far as I'm aware. I haven't actually checked that, but you told me that he's a martial personality, so I made him a vassal. And, well, he has, I think he has a fief. I think I gave him a fief. But apart from that, I also made Agathon, you know, our new empire converted lord, into our marshal. And he's going to do a very good job on that. He already has 170 units, if you can believe that, and he has no fiefs whatsoever. Pretty crazy. He managed to escape. Oh, now that, that's grinding my gears. That's grinding my gears right there, because let's face it, I have been extremely lucky capturing Wolfbode in this series. Literally every single time we fought him, we have been able to capture him. But this time around, no, he slips through our fingers. And from those prisoners that we gained from Wolfbode, I have 80 of them maxed out my prisoner capacity. I'm going to sell those for almost 10,000. That's actually really nice. And we also have a farmer here. I'll be doing this farmer quest off screen so I can gain some additional honor, which is very much important. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. It's kind of a shame that we were unable to get the Corlus gem, but there's going to be another opportunity for that in the future. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.